Q minus 3r times Q minus 3r.
3 over 4r, yes. So you know that this right here is times its squaring means you multiply by itself. By itself. You do everything times everything. So what's the first thing? What's the first thing? Yes? Go right ahead.
Didn't it used to be that when you had like something in parentheses?
The difference. What's the difference between those two statements? Plus and multiplication. They are not the same. Over here, which one do we have? Do we have multiplication in there? No, we do not. You cannot just bring that in. So you have to do everything times everything. What's Q times Q?
Q squared.
Q squared. Q times this is going to be minus 3/4 QR. And then you have minus what? 3/4 QR. And then you have positive 9 over 16R squared.
So just, okay.
We're not quite done yet. Why are we not quite done? You need to do the combined like terms thing. Yeah, the subtraction in the middle. You have two of these. So you have Q squared minus what? Q squared minus what? Minus what? Kids, ready? Basic fractions. Let's get a handle on this.
Minus 6 over 4 QR.
Minus 6 over 4 QR. Thank you. QR plus 9 over 16R squared. Can we simplify that a little bit? Yeah. It's going to be Q squared minus 3 over 2 QR plus 9 over 16R squared. Then you'd be done. Looks a little different, right? Again, though, you can do the exact same thing. You take the first term, and then what do you do with that first term? Multiply it by the first term over there. So that's going to be 2h minus k what? What? Yeah, so what's another way to say that? Squared. And then you multiply times minus j, so you get minus j times 2h minus k. Now you take the j and multiply it here, so what do you get there? Plus j times 2h minus k. Then you have j times negative j is minus what? J squared. Is this done? No. Why isn't it done, Liv?
I distributed the j.
Okay, once again, stop. Many paths, I show you what is the most efficient path I know, and then we can tear it apart, okay? Follow this. Don't get married to what you're doing. Follow this and answer questions about this one right here. Do you understand how we got this right here? Okay. This is one thing. I multiplied it by this one thing. What happens when you multiply something by itself? It's squared. So do you understand where that purple one came from? Okay, so next, I multiplied that first purple rectangle. I multiplied it by, let me change colors here. I multiplied it by negative j. What does that become? Negative j times that. You see where that came from? Negative j is right here. I put it in front of this. And stop. Do not multiply stuff out unless you have to. Yesterday, when some of you were doing those exponents quiz, you were doing like these big number multiplications because you were multiplying things out too early. Are we okay with the first two terms? Yes. Next one, you take this j, right? Let's get another highlight color. We took this j right here. What does that get multiplied by? The 2h minus k, so that turns into this one right there, but it's positive j. And then what's the last thing you have to do? J times negative j is what? Negative j. Yeah, negative j squared. Are we done yet? No, we are not. What do you notice about the blue square and the green square? These two right here. Well, one of them's minus j times 2h minus k, and one of them's plus j times 2h minus k. Gone. So what are you left with? 2h minus k squared minus j squared. If you stopped here, I would give you full credit. If you stop there, I would give you full credit. Yes, you could square that out. That's fine right there. That's fine right there. Once again, do not multiply stuff out unless you have to. Unless you have to. Yes, obs. So again, this is the reason why saying the word FOIL over and over doesn't really work, because are there two terms and two terms? No, you need to remember everything times what? Everything times everything, exactly. So what's the first term in the first expression? M. What does that get multiplied by? Everything in the other one. The first one would be m squared, so it's going to be that one. It turns it into m cubed. And then you have minus 2m squared p times or plus 3mp squared. How many more multiplications do we need to do, Milo? Yeah, go ahead, Milo.
Is it okay if we do the vertical thing now?
We could. I don't want to, but we could. If you get the same answer, good for you. That's fine. I'm not going to do both. It takes a little while, but absolutely. That's a great way to keep track of it, sure. If it works for you, go ahead. How many more multiplications do we need to do? How many, Milo?
Probably -5.
How many is a number? How many more multiplications? 3. That's what I want. Thank you. So you have this right here. So you end up with minus 5m squared p. And then you get 10mp squared. And then what's the last term, Alex? What's the last term? You're multiplying this times this. What do you get?
-15
Yes, correct. Now we're not done. Why? Combine like terms. So let's just go in order here. We have this m cubed. Are there any other m cubes? Nope. There are no other m cubes. Do you see any other m cubes up there? There are not any more, so there's nothing to combine. So we have m cubed. Then you have negative 2m squared p. Are there any m squared p's in there? Yeah. So how many are there?
-7.
Correct. Yep. And then we have mp squared. Oh, look, it's right there. So how many do we have? 13mp squared. And then we have minus 15p cubed. I like to check them off as I go to make sure I've gotten everything. There you go. That would be the most simplified form. Absolutely. This tells you it's x squared plus x plus 4. And it tells you the base is 2x plus 3. What's the area of a triangle equal to? 1/2 times base times height. Do they give you both of those things? Yep. So the area of the triangle is 1/2, and I'll put it in parentheses, times, what's the base? 2x plus 3. What's the height? Plus 4. All they want you to do is multiply. Who has an answer for me they think is correct? Who has one? Who has one? Who's got it? Harry, what do you got?
X cubed plus 2.5x squared plus 5.5x plus 6.
Who got that right there?